Hi YouTube. KU graduate orientation was yesterday, and I actually came out of it a lot more optimistic than I had going into it. And that's because, well, for a few reasons. But part of it is I really just want the master's degree. I don't really have any specific interest in any area of research, or at least I didn't beforehand. Basically, to work at a college, I need to have a master's degree. The place I'm working full-time now, I need to at least be working towards the master's degree to be working there full-time. So, to me, it's just get the piece of paper. And that's kind of it. And I know you have your set of classes you have to take, but you also have to do either a thesis, research thesis, or a research project. So that part, I was just kind of can I just get the degree and only take classes? But now I feel a little bit better about that, so I'll talk a little bit about that. And if you haven't gone to grad school, if you're like me and you have no idea about anything about grad school, then maybe these vlogs will help out, because I have some extended family who's gone to grad school, but my parents didn't go to grad school. I don't really know anything about grad school, so I'm just starting at square one. The first thing that was surprising to me when I was first applying and getting emails and getting stuff set up for the semester was that grad students have to choose their own advisor, whereas as an undergraduate, everyone just gets the same advisor or whatever, depending on the department. And it's just these are the classes you take. For grad school, you have to find your own advisor, and I still I haven't chosen an advisor, and I have to learn how to do that. So that's my first challenge for spring semester, is I have to find an advisor. But first let me talk about orientation for a little bit. So orientation kind of laid out the basics of what we're doing, and then there's also a seminar class, a 1 credit hour seminar class I'm going to be taking in the spring semester, which explains all the other stuff that I will have to know. So that's good. I feel after the orientation and having this class, I'll be better prepared. Whereas before orientation, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who to email. I wasn't given a lot of instructions on how to do anything. I just kind of sent out emails and see what kind of responses I got. So as a consequence, I also registered for classes as soon as I could, because I knew I wouldn't have an advisor, so I just had to register for something. So yeah, I basically registered for Intro to Operating Systems in the spring semester, which I've already taken at UMKC, but it doesn't count towards the graduate degree, and it's probably been maybe 7 or 8 years since I took it at UMKC, and I don't know, I might have to take the next level, but the thing is, I don't know yet, because I don't really have a degree plan. So that's another thing that they told us in orientation is, when you go on the KU website, and most grad school websites will have lists of focuses, and KU also has this, but something I learned for the ECS department during orientation is they really had a hard time keeping up with these research areas because of faculty coming and going. And I mean, this is the list here of what it was. And so they've kind of just boiled it down to computer science, computer engineering, and electrical engineering. And I had applied for a master's in computer science or something with a computer system design, which I didn't realize it was computer engineering. Because, I mean, it was about, a lot of the classes I was interested in is programming languages and compiler construction. But I don't know. I always thought of computer engineering as a little bit more hardware oriented, and then computer science is all the software. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so they really just kind of have computer science, computer engineering, and electrical engineering now. And part of having an advisor is that you will create a study plan, and you also have to come up with a committee who is going to approve your study plan. But I think that you basically take whatever classes you want, as long as it's along the, degree requirements or area that you're studying. So now I don't even know if I need Intro to Operating Systems. I might end up I was going to take it as a prereq because I thought I would have to have normal operating systems, like the Advanced Operating Systems class, because that was on the Computer Systems Design degree. So I guess I could still take it. But yeah. So I guess one of the other good things about orientation was talking to some of the instructors of the department, and not excuse me, not everyone was there, but there were, maybe 7 or 8 instructors, and I printed out like a list of all of the instructors and their focus areas to try to figure out who I like. And, before orientation, I kind of was thinking like, man, master's students, PhD students study boring stuff like smart grid technologies and pervasive computing systems and interference cancellation and stochastic control. And, like when you sit in on someone else's graduation, you have to listen to all of the master students and what their thesis was on, and like some mesh networks, or just, it's interesting at some level, but I don't want to like dig deep into most of these topics that I think about when I think of like grad school. So there were several professors there, and they were interested in things like, I wrote this down somewhere. That's not it. Digital signal processing, networking, security, computer architecture, power systems, parallel computing, and stuff like that. And so really the only thing that sounded interesting to me of everyone that was there was the person who's interested in computer graphics and data visualization. So I went and talked to him, and actually it sounded pretty cool. So let me find him in here. And he's interested in technology and education, so that sounds interesting to me. I mean, I like making educational video games, and I think that it would be really interesting to do research on using technology to help people learn. So I talked to him a lot, and I told him about the projects that I've worked on in the past, and so that's one of the candidates. And then I have like my notebook, my grad school notebook, and I printed out all of the instructors, and I'm going through like what their research focuses are and trying to figure out what sounds fun or interesting. I mean, it has to be a little bit fun if I'm going to do it for 3 years. And then I guess I'm going to try to send some emails out, and I don't really know how or what to say. I was looking online at some websites that have advice, and generally do your research ahead of time, show that you're qualified, show that you're serious, give a specific plan, of which I don't have a specific plan because I have no idea what I'm doing. Show that you're familiar with the professor and their work, so basically do your research on the professor as well, and respect their time. So, the semester starts next week. I'll be taking basically a seminar class, one normal class, and then the lab for that class. And I will need to spend the semester figuring out who I want to be my advisor and what I want to do. So that's the challenge now. Yep. So that's all I can really think of for the moment. That was just orientation and what's on my mind right now. And as I start emailing instructors and trying to figure out what advisor I want, maybe I'll do another video on that, because, actually, maybe I should search YouTube for people who are in grad school for their vlogs to figure out what I should be doing, because I just don't know. And that's why I'm making the videos, in case anyone else doesn't know. And then I can see these later and see how far I've come, and also if someone else doesn't know what the heck they're doing, maybe they can learn from me. But yeah. Okay. So that's it now. Bye.